Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for October 27th, 2023, from Revelation chapter 16, A Voice from the Temple. Previously we heard about another battle between Satan and the believers of God, another victory song, and after the victory song, the sanctuary was opened. And of course, we might be thinking about the day when Jesus dies on the cross and the temple curtain torn in two. And when Jesus dies on the cross, Satan is defeated, as John sees in his vision. Keep in mind, we experience time much differently than God does. So let's continue with Revelation chapter 16, verse 1. Then I heard a loud voice from the temple telling the seven angels, "Go and pour out on the earth the seven bowls of the wrath of God." The loud voice, we assume, is God Almighty, since he himself is coming from the temple, and besides, the angels would only be following God's instruction. So now it is time. Now it is time for God's wrath and vengeance. Verse 2. So the first angel went and poured out his bowl on the earth, and harmful and painful sores came upon the people who bore the mark of the beast and worshipped its image. So remember, this is a vision, and the recipients of God's wrath are those who bore the mark of the beast and worshiped the beast's image. This plague was to affect the physical body of the people who rejected God's grace and mercy. Keep in mind that God's wrath will increase as we get closer to the end. The painful sores are also similar to the plague of boils that were administered through Moses by God, as God was delivering his people from the slavery of Egypt. Verse 3. The second angel poured out his bowl into the sea, and it became like the blood of a corpse, and every living thing died that was in the sea. Again, God is revisiting some of the plagues that he used in rescuing his people out of Egypt. Keep in mind, this is a vision. It is a vision for comfort of Christians facing persecution. Because just as God rescued his people out of the slavery in Egypt, through his wrath, God will ultimately rescue us, the believers, who bear his name through holy baptism. And we will be rescued, again, through God's wrath. Again, this is in God's time, not our time. Verse 4. The third angel poured out his bowl, and into the rivers and the springs of water, and they became blood. Just like we heard earlier in this vision in Revelation chapter 8, even the rivers and the springs of water will become blood. So join me again tomorrow as we will then hear a response, or you could say a declaration from the angel. As we know, angels are messengers from God. So we need to hear this announcement and apply it to ourselves. God's peace and many blessings be with you, and thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois, 60544. Thank you again for listening.